Picture a survivor of a horrific crime. Her memory blurred by trauma, unable to recall where the nightmare unfolded. The police are stalled, evidence is fading, and justice seems out of reach. Then, one extraordinary hero steps forward, a police dog with a nose that can find the unfindable. This is the inspiring true story of how a canine's article search skills uncovered the truth in a Canadian date rape case, giving a survivor her chance at justice. Stay with us. You won't believe what this dog discovered. A survivor's fight for truth. In a small Canadian city, a young woman faced an unimaginable ordeal. A rape that left her traumatized and unable to recall the location of the crime. Her courage in reporting the assault sparked an urgent police investigation, but the absence of a known crime scene posed a formidable challenge. With time running out to collect critical evidence, hope rested on an unlikely ally, a police dog whose article search skills would pinpoint the scene and recover the physical clues needed to hold a perpetrator accountable. Welcome to Beyond Facts TV, where we uncover true crime stories that go beyond the headlines, celebrating resilience, determination, and the pursuit of justice. Today, we're diving into the date rape case, a powerful tale of a survivor's strength, a community's support, and a canine hero who turned a fading trail into a path to justice. A life upended. The victim, a woman in her early 20s whose identity we'll protect, was a vibrant member of her Canadian community. She was a recent college graduate, working part-time at a local cafe while pursuing her passion for photography. Her weekends were spent capturing the beauty of her city's parks, lakes, and historic streets, often sharing her work on social media with a growing circle of friends. Her city, a blend of urban energy and suburban calm, was known for its friendly neighborhoods and cultural festivals. It was a place where people felt safe, where young adults like her could enjoy a night out without fear. But one evening, that sense of security was shattered. After meeting a man she knew casually for drinks, she was assaulted. An attack that left her physically unharmed, but emotionally devastated. The trauma clouded her memory, making it impossible to recall where the crime occurred, perhaps an apartment, a park, or a quiet street. With the support of a close friend, she reported the assault to the police, her bravery shining through despite her distress. The community was shocked, organizing support groups and raising awareness about sexual violence, but fear lingered. A predator was still at large. The police faced a daunting task. Without a crime scene, physical evidence was scarce, and the case risked faltering. Their hope lay in a police dog named Finn, whose article search skills would uncover the truth. A predator's deception. The assault was a deliberate act by a perpetrator who exploited trust and opportunity. The suspect, a man in his late 20s known to the victim through mutual acquaintances, invited her for drinks under the pretense of a friendly outing. At some point during the evening, he drugged her drink, rendering her disoriented and vulnerable. The assault took place in a secluded location, possibly a rented apartment, a parked vehicle, or an isolated outdoor area, chosen to avoid detection. The perpetrator ensured the victim was too impaired to resist or remember details, believing her confusion would protect him. After the attack, he left her to find her way home, confident that the lack of a clear crime scene would prevent any investigation from gaining traction. The victim, struggling through a haze of trauma and drug-induced fog, made it to safety, but her memory of the location was fragmented. Vague images of a dark space, a street light, or grass underfoot. The perpetrator resumed his normal life, maintaining a facade of respectability while avoiding suspicion. The police launched their investigation with urgency, treating the victim's account with utmost care. She provided what details she could, but the location remained elusive. Without physical evidence, linking the suspect to the crime was nearly impossible. The police identified the man as a person of interest based on her account and his inconsistent timeline, but they needed concrete evidence to proceed. That evidence would come from Finn, a police dog trained to find the smallest clues in the most challenging cases. Finn, the article hunter. Enter Finn, a German shepherd whose name became synonymous with hope in this investigation. Finn was a highly trained member of the local police K9 unit, specializing in article search, a skill that involves locating objects or areas associated with a specific scent, such as clothing, personal items, or traces of human presence. Unlike tracking dogs that follow a continuous scent trail, article search dogs like Finn are trained to detect items or locations linked to a person, even in complex environments. Finn's training was extensive, involving years of work with his handler to master the ability to distinguish a target scent from thousands of others, whether in urban settings, parks, or buildings. His nose could identify traces left on objects hours or days earlier, making him ideal for cases where a crime scene is unknown. When Finn was brought to the investigation, the police were at a critical juncture. The victim's vague recollection pointed to a general area near where she was last seen with the suspect, a neighborhood with parks, alleys, and residential streets. Searching such a broad area manually would be time-consuming and uncertain. Finn's handler, a seasoned K9 officer, had unwavering faith in his partner. They used an item from the victim, likely a scarf or jacket worn that night, to give Finn her scent. Starting at a location where the victim recalled being before the assault, Finn set off, his nose scanning the ground and air. He moved through streets, past a community garden, and toward a quiet park. After covering several hundred meters, Finn alerted at a secluded corner of the park, near a bench and dense shrubbery. His barks, focused pawing signaled the crime scene, a spot that matched the victim's fragmented memories. The police were astonished. Finn had found the exact location where the assault took place, unlocking the case's next chapter, evidence and justice. Finn's discovery was the pivotal moment that propelled the investigation forward. The park corner, hidden by trees and overlooked by passers-by, was secured as the crime scene. Forensic teams moved in with precision, collecting critical evidence. Traces of biological material, a discarded drink container, and fibers that matched the victim's clothing. The evidence was a game-changer, providing DNA and physical links to the suspect. The police intensified their scrutiny of the person of interest, whose timeline was riddled with inconsistencies. Forensic analysis confirmed a DNA match between the suspect and the crime scene, solidifying the case. During interrogation, the suspect's confidence wavered. His alibis contradicted digital records, and his attempts to deflect blame grew frantic. Faced with the evidence uncovered by Finn's article search, he confessed, admitting to drugging and assaulting the victim. His confession was a significant step toward justice, sparing the victim the burden of a prolonged trial. The case moved to court, where Finn's role was a focal point. Prosecutors highlighted how the K9's article search pinpointed the crime scene, enabling the recovery of evidence that might have been lost to weather or time. The suspect was convicted of rape, receiving a lengthy prison sentence that ensured he could no longer harm others. The victim, supported by her family, friends, and a dedicated counselor, began her journey of healing, her courage inspiring her community to advocate for survivor support. The city, though shaken, found solace in the resolution, crediting Finn for turning a hopeless case into a triumph of justice. The legacy of Finn. The date rape case is a profound testament to the extraordinary abilities of police dogs like Finn, whose article search skills illuminated a path to justice for a brave survivor. This story of a German shepherd's meticulous search through a city park shows that even in the face of trauma and uncertainty, truth can prevail. The victim's resilience, paired with Finn's heroism, underscores the power of community, courage, and determination in overcoming adversity. If you were inspired by this story, please like, share, and subscribe to Beyond Facts TV for more true crime tales that uplift and inform. Know more about this case or other canine stories? Comment below. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.